we go. Okay, so I don't want to make this too long. I just wanted us to all get together, ask questions, so we're all on the same page. We haven't done a challenge kind of this big, I guess, for a while. So we're doing it. We're joining with a few other duels, and there is no buy-in. The jewels are each putting in money to have that to be available to all of our teams and your participants. So the only thing that is necessary is 100 PV and a subscription on. So if you had people buy a welcome pack in February, as long as they have their subs set for March, they're good to go. Or they can get a welcome pack or order between now and March 7th. Then once they do that, I recommend sending them the link to the group instead of inviting them to the group, because when you invite them to the group, it doesn't allow them to answer the questions, and we have to have them answer the group questions to get approved. So I'm only approving people who list me as their jewel. They could also list Christy Moser. Oh, there's Lois. Or Kate Brooks. Oh, good, Stephanie. I'm glad. So send them the link, and that way they can answer those questions from there, and then they'll get approved. And I do, if I know their name and I know that they're around, they've been around, I'll just go in and check to make sure that they have their 100 PV or their subset and just approve it. But a lot of people are new, so it just seems to be easier that way. We are starting on the 7th. But from now until the 7th, I think there's going to be some giveaways in the March Madness page. So you'll want to get your people added as soon as possible. If it's been more than 24 hours and they haven't been approved, just send me a message and I'll search for them. So we have like 100 pending in there right now. But I tried to go through and find all of ours and approve them. So there's that. And then also we're having a sharing blitz on Shine Bright. So if you have new people, it's a great way to get them, or if you are new, it's a great way to step out and share. It's a great reason to share, because who doesn't want to win? I mean, there's seriously like $3,500 of cash and prizes up for grabs. It's short. It's not even a month-long challenge. So it's great to share about it. So we're having the sharing blitz in Shine Bright. If you put a screenshot of you sharing that day, you'll be entered to win that daily prize. If you haven't checked that out, it's all on Shine Bright and they're posted. I'm going off of memory before I looked at my notes. We'll have 2 apps that we're going to be using when you join. So you'll join the page, March Madness, answer the questions. Then you're going to have 2 apps to download, and I'll put the links to them in the comments when I post this later on, when I post the recording. But they are the Life Fasting app. So if you go to your app store and search Life, L-I-F-E, Fasting app, you're going to want to download that one. And that's going to track your IF stuff and the time. And then the second one is the Count It app. It's COUNT.IT. Count It, and we do have a group ID for that. So when you get the Count It app, you're going to enter your information. If you have an Apple Watch, it automatically links to your Apple Watch, so that's really cool. And so there's going to be a step challenge with that. So when you walk and do your exercises, it'll link to that. There are other ways, if you don't have an Apple Watch, to link it. It links to Fitbits and all kinds of stuff. So it's really cool. That's the Count It app. And I will put the code in the comments as well, so that you can make sure that you are linked together with our entire group and win prizes that way as well. If you have any questions that you can think of, you can put them in the type them in the chat, or you can unmute yourself. I just want to make sure that we answer any questions that there are. That's what it's for. And then I'm going to just make sure we will have a lot of low carb crash course info easy stuff, because this is not a weight loss challenge. It's not a dieting challenge. It's a use your products, waiting room. It's use your products and learn about IF with a healthy diet that is feasible to continue for the long haul. So we want to make sure that people do this longer than just the 7th through the 20th. And then let's see, Jennifer, I'm going to put the group ID. I can give it to us here too, since we're here, so you can write it down. But I'm also going to post it when I post this recording. I'm also going to post it in the comments there as well. Let me just find it real quick here. Okay, and I'll type it in the chat too, but it's E as an elephant, 95027, A as an apple, 3, and I'll put it in the chat too. And so when you get the Count It app, it'll ask for your group code and you'll enter that. And I'll put it over here too right now. E95027. Okay. And as soon as I got in there, it's like, oh, I'm number 63, but it was like, you're number 140. I'm like, I need to start walking. And it made me like want to walk around my kitchen already. Cause I'm like, oh, competition. So the leader has like 108 points, and then you can change it from points to steps. I'm like 65th now in steps. So it's pretty cool that it links to your watch as well. Okay, so the group, make sure if you're just joining us, a couple things I mentioned was just send them the link to the group. Don't click invite because then they can't answer the questions. So we'll post this recording in Shine Bright, but I so appreciate y'all taking the time to jump on here. And if there's anything else, even if it's not about this, if you just have questions, we know that there's cash prizes, but there's also going to be some other cool prizes in there. And you'll start to see that pop up in the March Madness page coming soon. So with that, I think that's all of the major details. Share. Because I think, I mean, with shipping right now, someone's in the waiting room. We have the shipping, the free shipping, and we have the Momentum 2022 code. So they can still get 10% off plus free shipping. Remember, you can only, Stamp 2020 still works, but Momentum 2022 is the same thing. It's just 2022. So you can only use one code per purchase. But I think, I want to say Momentum 22 might work without Slim. Not that anyone doesn't need Slim, but that's the only thing I can think of that would be different. Make sure you choose economy shipping for the free shipping. That's another thing that we tend to forget. But there is a lot of savings, so a lot of reason to share, and there's sharing every day. For the sharing blitz, we're putting in Shine Bright easy copy and paste posts, and you can change those up. I know if we have a lot of mutual friends, we don't want to all be posting the same thing, but it just kind of gives you an idea, and then you can change it up. Like I posted something today a little bit different, just so that people aren't saying, you know, the same thing. Just get it out there. That's what is the most important thing, just so people know what we're doing. We start on the 7th, so I was going to say 2 to 3 day shipping. I would say they could order up until the 5th. So what's today? The 2nd. We have a good, you know, post a couple times, post in your stories, really get it out there, because it's a great way to get new VIPs and also those credits towards the success sprint. So there's all the things happening. It's super exciting. But I'll open it up for questions now, or anything else that anyone wants to know. Good to see your faces.
I have a question about the actual fasting part. You may or may not have the answer, I don't know. But I know we can only drink black coffee, which I like my creamer. So I'm gonna have to figure that out.
Yeah.
Can we add like stevia sweetener, or is it legit black?
So I'm not a fasting pro, Christy Moser, and she was addicted to coffee too. But she said once you do it for a little while, it just becomes, especially the energy. Like I've started like a slow go in fasting, like stopping eating at a certain time and not eating. And I already noticed like more energy in the morning. But as far as the black coffee thing goes, I don't know, Christina, you may know about the stevia,
I want to
but I
say
do know
no, it has to be black coffee because you don't want anything to spike your blood sugar, activate it. That's the whole purpose.
Okay.
And you do get used to it. So it feels scary and nasty and gross, but you do get used to it and you see the results quickly in all levels. Like you said, your energy, inflammation, your clothes start to feel loose. So yeah.
Yeah, and Kate also mentioned it's called like a dirty fast that she's kind
Right.
of started with, where you can kind of like slowly take stuff out. Like she wanted like half and half, or something that she put in before she turned it to black coffee. So there are
Options. Huh?
start slow, and that's why I was gonna start so I don't totally, sabotage myself. Especially with sports and stuff, it is hard, y'all. We have to prepare because that meme that goes around that says we're either eating dinner at 4 or 9 p.m. is the
Yeah.
truth, because the kids are keeping us busy. So that's my biggest thing. I'm like, how am I not going to eat dinner at 9 o'clock? Protein shake added to the coffee. These are all great questions. And I know that they're going to be addressed before we start because they may have different ideas. By they, I mean, Vicky and Jill are really heading this up, and then we're just kind of helping them and inviting our teams. But I'm thinking there's not going to be a ton of rules. It's going to be mainly like your fasting window, the steps challenge, and things like that. So we don't want to like scare people thinking there's all of these rules. I think just little changes, even if you just fast, that window can be huge, and then learn as you go from there. But there's going to be a ton of information in that page. So I think the main thing is just getting in that page and reading the posts that are in there so far, and they might answer some of these questions already.
I have a quick question for the resources. Is it just the fasting app and the walking app? Is there anything
Counted.
else or
Yes,
just,
those are the two.
Okay,
Count It and live fasting are the two
Okay.
apps. Don't eat. I know, cereal before bed. It's hard. Sometimes I like cereal for dinner. Just gotta eat it before 6 o'clock.
Okay.
So yes, those, and I said also I'll put the link to both apps in the comments, and then we also have that code for the Counted app that will link us all together, and
Oh,
we
sweet.
can see who gets the most steps out of all of us. So yeah, I don't know, Cassandra. I'm interested to see about the protein shake thing too. That's what I have for lunch every day anyways, but very good questions. And I'm learning right along because I've never 2 grams of sugar. Yeah. I've never done this before. Like I've tried it, and like I said, sports and everything. But Christy Moser, like she really inspired me watching her, and she didn't even know we were gonna do this when she was doing it. So I know she's very excited for it too. Is the fasting window flexible? I think that's based on what we set our app to on Life. You can set your fasting window to what works for you
Right.
on there, and you can change it up. But it does want you to do it for a certain number of hours, I think. So, and we'll be going through all of that as we get started in that page as well. So, yeah, but I think that's all I have right now. It's not going to be difficult. It's just mainly getting your people over to that page and sharing a lot, and making sure they answer those questions, making sure they have their products in hand ready to rock and roll, because we do really want this to be Plexus and if together so that we can see the benefits. Because I mean, let's be real, we know the products work, but this will help people to actually remember to take their products every day and to drink their water and to be consistent on them, which is mainly why people quit. So yes, we have lots of good stuff going on, but if you have no more questions, I'm gonna upload this and I'll put it over in the Shine Bright page for those team members who weren't able to jump on. Go ahead and tag them in the comments over there, and we can add questions later on. But I just wanted to get us together, see your faces, and say, hey. So I guess more Zooms in the future. Now that
Yes.
this, hopefully the pandemic is over, it's not an excuse. And I look forward to seeing some of you at convention, I hope and pray. So I will talk to y'all soon. Thank
Thank
you. Bye.
Bye.